Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the I'm Sorry podcast. We have a professional podcast setup this time. Every panelist wearing at least two pieces of clothing
In this
in
hot
this
summer.
in this hot summer. So I'm hoping all of us have air conditioning. Else,
Yeah.
but professionalism. Yeah. Else, I salute you for this professionalism. Shrenik was in a blazer, but he decided to be a little more casual. So, but still looking good as ever. Shrenik, welcome to the podcast, Shrenik.
Yeah, hi guys. Nice to be here again, looking in a casual and a professional manner. And I hope the participants, are as enthusiastic as they've dressed for this podcast. So yeah, good to be back. Come on, boys.
I think
Let's
it
go.
is difficult to say that we'd be as enthusiastic because none of our clubs are in the Champions League or the Europa League, which we are going to be discussing today. But
Sad.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe that'll help us give a neutral perspective, you know.
Yeah.
And welcome, Montreal. Welcome, Sahil Patel. Welcome all
Thank
the way
you.
from Old
Thank you.
Trafford. How are you?
Yes. I'm good, yeah. Just watching Champions League night. I've just been drained this entire week because I really hope that Madrid would have won that match. But yeah, we'll discuss all of that in later parts.
Yeah.
But yeah, good to be back. Good to be back. And yeah, let's see how
And
this entire
last but
thing
not the
goes.
least, we welcome Dipesh Wadhwa all the way back from London finally.
And then
Directly
yes.
in the studio. Yeah, directly in the studio wearing his London threads. So, yeah. Welcome, Dipesh. How do you feel about this Madrid versus Pep clash? Let's start off with the Madrid versus City match. First
Yeah.
thoughts, Dipesh, on that clash. What you were expecting and what you saw out of it.
I think this is what I was expecting, a draw or maybe a Madrid win,
Hmm.
because it was at Santiago Bernabeu. Uh, and I expected Haaland to perform poorly, and that is how it went.
Hmm.
So yeah, but that is what I was expecting,
Hmm.
a Madrid win. Maybe things could be a little different
At the
in
Etihad.
Manchester. Yeah, in
Yeah.
Manchester. But let's see what happens. But this is the most expected result,
Okay.
according to me.
Do you think 1-1 is good for either side?
I think when Real Madrid scored, Manchester City were under a lot of pressure.
Hmm.
They were panicking. They were not
Hmm.
completing the passes,
Hmm.
and they were trying to create it for Haaland, which they were not able to do it. But when De Bruyne scored, I think Pep and Manchester City took that result in a positive way. I think they will do it in a
Yeah.
positive way because they were not expecting to score a goal from
Right.
somewhere apart from Haaland. So I think this is a good result for both the sides. So let's see. I am not sure about the second leg, but I think this is what they were expecting, neutral draw,
Hmm.
as there is no away
Goals rule.
goals rule in the Champions League anymore. So yeah, I think this would be
Yeah.
a fair and a equal tie as of now. Let's see what happens at the end.
Sahil, what do you feel? Is this a good result for either? Or would either go out happy out of this result, or is it a neutral one like Deepesh says?
Oh, actually, sorry. I think Manchester City, with the rhythm and the flow which they had come in, they expected to win the match
Hmm.
by a goal or two. But in the end, I think they were satisfied
Okay,
because they
context.
couldn't, yeah, because
Game
they
state.
couldn't win it. But I think they came in to win, but they couldn't.
Okay.
Yes.
Sahil?
Yeah, so yeah, before this matchup, I just have a stat in front of me which says that these two teams met 8 times. Three City won, 2 times they drew, and 3 times Madrid won. So if you look at the stats as well,
Is this
they're
after or
like two
before this match?
before this match. So
Okay.
before this match. So after this match, it's like 3 City won, 3 draw, and 3 Madrid win. So
Uh,
you look at the stats as well. It says that these two teams are quite tough competitors of each other because no one is swaying like if like Madrid winning all the way or something of that sort. But especially talking about this match, I had a hope that Madrid will win at Bernabeu because the way they started the match, right? initially City was in the lead in terms of possession, shots on target, and everything. That Courtois save that he did at the start, everything was looking at the way that City is gonna score and take the early lead and then just sit back and defend. But as we know, Madrid is Madrid. They have their championship DNA in them. They just came out of nowhere. Vinicius Junior scored, and that entire shift that shifted the entire momentum in their favor. So. I think for Madrid, it's not the first choice thing. Like obviously they had to win, but I preferred that Madrid would have won this match, and would have gone with that thing that okay, they have won the match and now they're gonna go to the Etihad, and that'll be the decider. Uh, Speaking on City's terms, I think as what Dipesh said, right? Haaland couldn't perform much. I also expected the same. You have
Rudiger.
Rudiger, yeah,
You saw that
exactly.
footage of Rudiger of almost in Haaland's jersey. He was. I mean, he was. Did you see that
Mm.
side?
No, I haven't seen that. I haven't
Yeah,
seen that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you could look at Rudiger and you can feel that this is the defender who plays for Real Madrid, one of the greatest clubs. Like that DNA, that entire
Hmm.
passion which he brings to the field, it's just unmatched. So all in all, I feel Madrid should have won that match. They didn't, but I am still in the favor that they are gonna go at Etihad and clinch that final spot because
He's a United fan, of course.
obviously that's one reason.
Is
But
this
another
wishful
reason,
thinking or logical thinking?
no, so it's both. So visual is obviously 100%. If you ask
Correct.
me, it has to be Madrid. But logically, also, I think that Madrid has that. Like if you look at the match, also, right? City was dominating. Everything was going in City's way, but Madrid produces this one or two quick counter attacks, which is slow, flawless, so on point that they just put in the goal, and then it's like okay, entire momentum shift to Madrid. So that kind of DNA, having that kind of mindset is just like you haven't seen in much of the teams. It's just in few, and Madrid portrays and gets out of them in a very very flawless manner. So looking at that, I feel Madrid will win the second leg. I hope they do, and yeah, that's from my end for this match.
Okay. Shreni?
yeah. I think most of the things are already spoken. But my viewpoint is not towards Madrid. I still feel that City are in that phase or that moment where probably Pep has understood that it's not about getting position or stacking numbers on the paper. It is about scoring goals. It is about winning. And I think after the goal that they conceded, which was like flawless, as Sile mentioned, the counter attack itself, especially both Kamavinga and what Vinicius, pulled out of the hat, out of nowhere when they were like suppressed for almost all of the time, where City is dominating the position at a away stadium. It was like really wonderful, and then the Bernabeu crowd supported them to the fullest. Now they tend to look like more like Real Madrid, and I think in this panel, I think nobody apart from me would agree that the DNA is DNA. We have faced them couple of times now in the last 4 or 5 seasons, and the only way to stop Madrid from winning Champions League is for them to not reach the finals. So if they reach the finals, there is
Yeah,
no other club in the world that can defeat them at that point of time. It's only a miracle somebody has to pull to defeat them in a final. Uh, so I think the momentum is still towards City at this point of time after that 1-all draw. If it would be a 1-0 to Madrid, then it would have been a different game. But City still has the edge because it's their stadium. Even if it goes into a draw situation, the extra time would be played only at one stadium, that is Etihad, with their fans and their crowd behind them. Uh, I think apart from this, there's only one statement. You never know what Madrid can do. So it's fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But I would still prefer City to go through because
Mhm.
it then becomes monotonous that Real Madrid are winning the Champions League all the time.
I think for Liverpool fans, especially for Liverpool in general, it's crazy that they have two main rivals, right? In the Premier League, it's been City. For Klopp's Liverpool is what I'm saying. For
For
Klopp's
Klopp's,
Liverpool, it's been
yeah.
City in the Premier League, and for Klopp's Liverpool, it has been Madrid in the Champions League. Like these are the only two clubs
Yeah,
that have been stopping Liverpool from winning these two trophies. And now these two are facing each other. So for you, it's a. I mean, you need not have a favorite. I think
yeah. I
in
don't
this.
have a
I'm talking
particular.
emotionally. In a like wishfully, you wouldn't necessarily want one club over the other.
Yeah, but this time I think I'll tip my favors or my predicament towards City more than
Okay.
Madrid, because I think this time they deserve it. More than anybody else. It's
Okay.
not only like the Champions League, but the other tournaments also they are into.
Hey.
So yeah.
एक छोटी
Premier League
ये
discussion.
ये ऊपर ऊपर एफए कप वाला बैठा है इधर प्रीमियर लीग वाला बैठा है opponents.
Exactly.
And in
But
my
yeah,
opinion, I think this match tactically right. I feel regarding Haaland, Madrid had two CBs covering him at all times. That was their tactic to deal with Haaland. So Rudiger and Eder Militao. Nee, Eder Militao, na? The both of them were at all
Hey,
times.
Alaba,
Alaba.
Alaba था क्या? हाँ,
Alaba.
Alaba. Yeah, Alaba, correct. Both of them at all times were on either sides of Haaland. And they let the other. So City had the same setup as they had against Arsenal. They had De Bruyne and Haaland up front, and the rest were just there to take care of the transitions that Madrid would have. So Madrid could do this. They could, commit an extra man towards Haaland. And then obviously they had KDB moving around. So Haaland couldn't necessarily do a lot because Rudiger, like we saw, he had more of the man marking towards Haaland, Alaba off the ball, and Alaba could help with the build up for Madrid. Not off the ball, both of them were with Haaland. And then that's why I think the goal unsurprisingly came from De Bruyne because he was the one who was led to be a little free. And
That
at the end of
yeah,
the day, the difference, football sometimes comes down to the smallest and the most basic detail, which is ball striking, right? At the end,
yeah.
both goals
Correct.
were just simply out. I mean, it was the least possibility of scoring. Like, both were some crazy hits. Both were
Crazy
crazy hits.
hits. Yeah.
At the end of the day, especially Champions League, it just comes down to ball striking. As simple as that. तुम कितना tactic डालो, कितना भी कुछ भी डाल लो, if you have a player who can hit from 25-30 yards out with that power, both of those, that made the difference.
Yes.
कितना भी,
In the Vinicius goal, it felt like he just touched the ball and just flew, man. What a goal that
I think
was.
De Bruyne's was
Yeah, that was
bet-
amazing. Yes.
that was what
What
power.
a goal, yeah.
Where did he generate that from? And that went across and hit the net. I mean, वो Shaolin soccer वाला feel आया था full भाई क्या ही. And I mean, history between him and
Yeah,
Courtois.
exactly.
I
But
think
yeah,
I
I
think
think it was,
also
yeah, it was the revenge goal kind of thing. इतना power
he
उसके लिए
cried,
generate कर
man. He
पाया.
literally cried after scoring. De Bruyne.
and also not like talking about hittings, that last Chouamani hit
Yeah, yeah,
which he took. Oh my God. I If that would have been a goal, I think that would have been like one of the best goals in Champions League because the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
power, the precision that he hit, and wow. So, yeah, I think what Saurabh said is so correct that it comes down to ball hitting abilities, which
I
is
think
so true.
in addition to what Saurabh mentioned about the tactics, it also had to start from the front line also. So the reason they could commit extra man towards Haaland was also the fact that Benzema was not allowing Stones to come into the middle of the park. It was more or less they trying to make the four backline stay as four backline and not shift into a three backline and then commit to a four
Build up.
midfield box where these three midfield, yeah, the three trio of Cruz, Luka Modric, and Valverde would be run across. So I think it starts from the front, it comes to the
Yep.
back, and then that's why they have a very different style of play, and they have a continuous rotating option. Like I also saw a lot of time Luka Modric playing in that left back position and Kamavinga going all the way towards the right side.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it's only top teams with top players who can pull a tactic like this. You have to be good with the ball at the feet always, and also when you don't have the ball.
Yeah.
So
Pick-
hats off.
Madrid is that
Speak.
one club. It's a unique club which just makes tactics look look stupid, right? Because all they
Yeah.
do is
Hmm.
managers come and go for Madrid like over the years. But why they always are successful in Europe and why they keep failing at winning leagues is because of this quality. Because they never look to be a sustainable, practically sustainable club. All they do is they recruit all the great profiles from
Yeah.
goalkeeper to defense to midfield to forward. They always have been crazy in terms of recruitment, I guess. Even now, since the three-peat squad, they have somehow managed to have a, if not better, an equally talented squad.
In
Yeah.
Vinicius
Yeah,
and Valverde,
Valverde, Camavinga,
Alaba,
the
And
entire
that too
Suarez.
young
backline has
squad.
changed. What
Quite
was
young
that?
squad as well.
That too
Yeah,
a
a
young
young
squad
squad.
as well.
Now let's see who they replace Benzema with. I'm pretty sure they'll get someone equally or if not more capable.
Kylian Mbappe.
Mbappe up front.
Mbappe.
I mean, I think he should play up front, but right before the World Cup, he came out on Instagram
Yes.
and he was like, I don't want to play in the number 9 position. I want to play on the wing. So I don't know what would happen because
Yeah.
anyway they have Vinicius on the left
Exactly.
and
Right,
they
they do not have anyone.
probably Rodrigo or someone I don't know.
Probably, yeah,
Probably
the
they'll
Rodrigo is
get
there. Yeah.
someone. They'll probably
I
get
think
someone on the right wing.
probably Valverde on the right and then Jude Bellingham stacking in the middle of the park.
Jude Bellingham would be LCM for sure. That is your so their midfield is now sorted for the next 20 years. Because they have Kamavinga, Jude
True,
Bellingham,
true, true.
Chouameni, Valverde. What the fuck is the
What,
midfield, man?
like,
Look at the
exactly.
recruitment, man. Crazy. I mean, of course, they are Madrid. They can attract those talent, but you need to tactically also select those players. No? So recruitment has been crazy, and once you recruit well, I think tactics can take a backseat. But of course,
Yeah.
लीग्स का थोड़ा लग जाता है लीग में तुम्हें जीतना है तो भाई tactically sound होना पड़ता है but who
Yeah.
cares if you're winning 14 Champions Leagues now who cares
Yeah,
about
that's
the
all.
La Liga yeah because
I,
Barca is
yeah.
steamrolling the La Liga at the moment so
Yeah, yeah,
nobody's
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about it because वही है ना कि भाई चैंपियंस लीग में कर रहा है तो ठीक है Madrid is having a good season कप again Copa del Rey भी जीत गया they keep winning the cups तो भाई yeah Sahil you were saying sorry
No, I also one thing I wanted to speak about this match is Kamavinga playing left back. Guys,
yeah
what a player, man! Like for me, like I think I don't know if you guys follow the American telecast, which has Thierry
Yeah,
Henry,
yeah, yeah,
Kate
yeah.
Abdo, and everyone, and you know
yes
that yes, that is CBS exactly, and that is like one of the greatest, like one of the good telecasters of football, Champions League, and everything, where they ask that who would you give him as the
Yeah,
man of the match, right? And
yeah I saw
and Thierry Henry said that it has to be Kamavinga or the Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius
But
Vinicius.
yeah, but I think Kamavinga playing as left back, like he hasn't played much, right, as at that position. But the way he played, the kind of calmness, the kind of momentum that he was generating, I
first
feel
goal he
that
created
first goal he created. So I feel that Kamavinga, like players which Madrid attract, is their
for
secret
22
recipe.
million.
Exactly. And
and he
you know
doesn't
that,
even like to play left back.
yeah. But then when
Ancelotti
team
does
demands,
this.
he
फिर
yeah.
खत्म.
फिर he has to play goalkeeper also. अगर उसने कर दिया तो.
But
But
this is good that Kamavinga is playing left back because eventually, if Madrid ends up having a positional play coach, right? Say, I don't know who, maybe Nagelsmann or maybe eventually Xabi Alonso. Never know.
yeah,
If he
maybe
comes in, he's a GDP coach. If he comes in
correct.
and plays positional play, then Kamavinga is ready to invert from left back. He's already there. He's already learnt it. So it's good that he can play there. He actually gave away the ball for City's first goal also. But that's okay. It's part and parcel that I mean the ball striking was the reason. It was not necessarily his giveaway. But he did give the ball away for that goal. But yeah, maybe anything else regarding this matchup, else we can go to the Milan derby.
Milan
I
derby.
think just one thing, how ineffective Haaland was in this game. He legit had lesser touch than I think Courtois.
Yeah.
He did, I think, nothing at all in the game. Like he was so ineffective, man. I've never seen number 9, a top number 9 being so
In a semi-final clash.
yeah, in such a big match.
I
I think
think,
that is, yeah, yeah, training.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
No, no, please say. I'll follow you.
Yeah, I think with respect to that particular comment that his ineffectiveness, I think he is a very calm person himself, and I'm sure that Pep will look at all the things in that previous match and make sure that something is changed so that this guy will try to ruin their lives. And it will happen. And I think even he's so calm enough that he's sure that next match he's going
He
to
will
run
do
across
something.
Rudiger
Hmm.
and Alaba doing something, probably some additional winger strength. Instead of Bernardo Silva or Jack Grealish, who can also like
Or
try
Yes.
to
or
run behind
maybe
the
Julian
players. Yeah,
Alvarez.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like
And
that.
Yeah,
I was going to say the
Alvarez.
same point actually, Shrenik, because it's the Bernabeu. It's against Madrid at Madrid. So Haaland normally Premier League में जो bully करता है ना defenders को मारते हैं मुंह पे धक्का वक्का. I think he was a little succumbed or little overwhelmed to do that at the Bernabeu against Rudiger and yeah. But I think at the Etihad, Haaland will come on his own. He'll
Yeah.
try to bully
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
which
Yeah,
is good at.
I
yeah,
think something would be different. That would play another player or
Alvarez.
player with come as like Julian Alvarez
Yeah.
to maybe uh
The defenders can
yes,
focus on them.
defenders will
yeah, yeah, yeah,
somehow try go towards him,
Yeah.
and maybe I think obviously Pep knows a lot.
Did Alvarez come on in this match?
No, I was waiting for
no, 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 no. There is no
I
such
no,
thing.
think
no, no.
I wanted him to come on so that he could do something in the match, but he did not come.
Maybe Pep जानबूझ के नहीं किया कि he wanted to keep that
Yeah,
card to
yeah, yeah.
himself. Etihad में शायद
There
release
was
कर देगा. But
no.
yeah,
Yeah,
हाँ. I think like Shrenik said, I'm pretty sure Pep is going to rightfully identify the problem and he's rightfully going to give the solution. And Haaland तो पूरा सिपाही है भाई. जो बोला गया है वैसा का वैसा he will execute
करेगा,
also.
हाँ.
About
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Correct.
Like to the T he will execute it. To the T.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
I
yeah,
think
think
at the
even if he
Etihad he
does,
will see bullying
even
it.
yeah.
yeah, I think even if he doesn't score at the Etihad, he'll definitely make sure that they run for their lives.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
I think one final thing that I was afraid if City would outnumber Madrid's back four, right? Like because they at all times they have five at the front.
Five at the front, yeah.
But at the Bernabeu, they did not. They played against how they did against Arsenal, just two people up front, and the rest were
Yeah,
taking
two
care
up
of the
front.
transitions. I think at the Etihad they will be able to, or they should be able to outnumber Madrid. But let's see, because that's where I am a little sus about Ancelotti because he is not so
Yeah,
I mean, when these things happen, he's only dependent on the players, rather their skills, their individual skill set. But let's see what happens at the Etihad.
yeah.
What do you think
I
about the
think
scoreline? Your predictions,
uh, I think
Kyle?
I'll still go with City up. I think it would be 1-0 or 2-1, something like that.
Open play itself, okay.
I
Yeah, yeah,
think I think it'll be either 2-1 Madrid or 3-2 Madrid. I think
Okay. Okay.
I think there'll be a lot of goals for sure because it is Etihad. They would come with that mindset as you guys said, and Pep will definitely identify problems and give proper solutions to how to score goals. Right?
Hmm.
He'll also give solutions how to defend and not to concede goals. But I feel that Madrid will somehow get past them because a they have that kind of quality players as we are all discussing right from the start of the podcast, right? I feel that okay, tactics like for me in these kind of games when it's like a knockout, tactics definitely hold a huge part, but at the end of the day it comes down to that individualistic ability where you have to go and perform in that entire situation and give the best out of it. And I feel comparing the two teams, Madrid has that that mindset more than City.
Yep.
So
Yep.
given only on
Agreed.
basis of that,
Madrid.
I think Madrid will clinch it. Yeah.
I think it will be 1-0 or 2-1 for Madrid because as Sahil was saying that
I know why you're saying that, but TK.
no, this is what no, but this is what I genuinely feel
We have
because
decoded you, Dipesh. Every podcast, he just comes to, okay, fair.
no, but this is obviously it's Madrid in the Champions League, and I think Vinicius Junior
like it was Portugal in the World Cup.
World
Oh,
Cup.
हरामी एक नंबर का ये.
but I think Vinicius Junior and
Okay,
Benzema, I think, would
let's
be the difference.
let's take you for your word. Yeah.
I think Haaland, I'm not sure if he will score.
Mhm.
I think he will create a lot of problems for
Right.
the defenders of Madrid, but I don't think
Hmm.
he will score.
Score. Okay.
It's just because of the Madrid DNA in the Champions League. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
What about you?
I I want Madrid, and I think, but City would be too good at the Etihad. I feel City. I think it will go to extra time. I think it will be penalties. Yeah, I think penalties में we have Courtois and Edison. तो फिर तो Courtois जीता लेगा. I think I have never seen Edison in a penalty shootout. I don't know how
Yeah,
he is.
man.
And plus, those Madrid players
Yeah, pressure.
can play under a lot of pressure.
But City players are also
Yes, they have won
mentality
a lot.
much.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
won a lot of.
Yeah. Let's say it will be a good clash, but another fixture that we were hoping would be a good clash, but one injury totally spoiled it. Rafa Leao
Yeah,
couldn't
Rafael
play.
Leo. Yeah.
This is the stage that we wanted a Rafael Leao to see in like Champions League semi-final against Inter at the San Siro.
Inter.
He misses, AC Milan misses, Inter Milan totally outclasses them in the across the match. 2-0 Inter Milan, I think deserved result, which nobody is happy about. Everyone secretly wanted AC Milan to win. Everyone had a soft heart towards AC
Soft
Milan
heart.
for some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what. But
True.
and unfortunately, it seems like a lost case, this fixture in itself, because second leg also Rafael Leao looks doubtful. Without Rafael Leao, because why?
And also, AC Milan will have to play the away game.
I mean, this is a stupid thing, at the San Siro, away home. They just give tickets, right, to fans? कि ये
Yeah.
fixture में
No, I think
I
what
think
I've read is they have those memberships,
हाँ,
yeah,
and when they have these fixtures of these two teams, so
they
if
give it
it's
to
the home team, they give it to the home fans.
yeah.
Membership.
yeah. Wait, I
I
think this
think
was
that
Inter Milan,
AC Milan.
AC Milan wala.
Mm.
yeah. I think the only
This
difference
was
is
this
the
one.
fans. The
The fans,
fans,
yeah.
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 But the fans were so crazy, the atmosphere
No,
they
so
created.
speaking on that, I just read this one thing that this match had so much importance. Like the demand was so high that they would have easily filled 22 San Siros.
Yeah.
Easily filled 22 San Siro. Like imagine the kind of demand for these kind of matchups
Obviously, these two
in
clubs
Milan.
coming into the
Yeah.
Champions League after
After
so long
10
and,
years. Yeah.
and facing each other, it was so massive.
True.
Plus, I think in the Serie A also, both are fourth and fifth, right? So for
Yeah.
them, winning the Champions League also really crucial because you never know what will happen in the league. And because since Juventus
Yeah.
वाला scene हो गया तो दोनों का कट गया Inter Milan AC Milan है तो both of them were in the top four. But now Inter is fourth at 63 and Milan is fifth at 61. So for Milan, I think if Milan loses out on Champions League, if they तो फिर भाई Rafa Leao, I think he extended his contract.
For 5 years.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
think
for 5
Yeah.
years.
चल उसका वैल्यू बढ़ जाएगा but I think he will be in demand. But who will buy? I don't know.
Maybe Martin.
Maybe Arsenal.
Maybe.
He's an
I
Arsenal
think
fan.
United.
United don't need Rafael Leao. They have there. Rashford, Sancho को लोग बिठा नहीं पा रहे. Rafael Leao लेके क्या करेंगे?
Exactly. They need a forward.
I think पूरा दुनिया में ना राइट विंगर की कमी है. पूरा फुटबॉल
हाँ.
वर्ल्ड में everyone is a
Yeah.
crazy left winger. सिर्फ एक साला साका बस ये दो है जो थोड़ा बहुत कर रहे हैं. राफीनिया पता नहीं क्या कर रहा है आजकल.
I think he's scoring and
But he's not like a stream rolling world football, right?
Hmm.
एक टाइम
No. Compared to Saka and all, to nahi, for sure. Compared to Saka and Salah, to like I don't think no one is near them.
Salah
right
is
now in terms of
apparently
right
having
winger
a
quality.
silent season and कितना भाई 30 goals.
35 goals.
अलग ही है भाई.
Exactly. Just नहीं यही तो problem है ना. Haaland, you imagine Haaland नहीं होता तो Salah would have been like oh Salah
Okay.
and everything.
26.
Kane.
26.
कोई बात ही नहीं कर रहा है ये हालैंड ना. Anyway, let's come back to this
Yeah.
match. I think यार tactically also Milan normally is वही है कि they sit back and they let transition में Rafael Leao, Giroud dictate their transitions. थोड़ा Madrid जैसा साइड है. And Rafael Leao एक कॉग निकल गया पूरा मशीन ही खराब हो गया था मिलान का.
Yeah.
They could not handle anything. That's why again these teams know in the league they tend to do not do good this season with this system. Last season थोड़ा अच्छा system था overall मिलान का. I think last season जीता ना league.
Yes.
Yes,
This season they've been dependent on, for some reason they've been dependent. Did they sell someone? I don't know. They for some reason they were dependent on Giroud and Leao. पूरा system same manager है last season का ये
Yes,
season.
yes, the same language.
And Inter Milan tactically outclassed क्योंकि again up
yes.
front they had they I think both their fullbacks were high up front. वो outnumber हो गया and they had of course तुम्हारा Dzeko
I think,
and
yeah,
Mkhitaryan.
just to put in a small
Shout
opinion
out.
that,
हाँ.
yeah, the United sold outs are performing really well at every stage of
Uh,
Europe, be it Champions League, be it Europa League. I think now it some way points back to the club. If they cannot manage players like that,
सही
and
है बे. सेरिया में तो कोई भी खेल लेगा बे.
but it's
उस
Champions
exactly.
League, no?
हाँ मतलब चैंपियंस सेरिया में क्लब में है करके इधर तक पहुंचे ना.
Yeah, but still, है
आई
तो
एम
सही
प्रिटी
ना.
श्योर तुम
I was
लिवरपूल
hoping
को
this will
पूरा
come.
टीम को ही तुम सेरिया में डालो. विद दैट वर्कलोड दे कैन मैनेज बेटर इन द चैंपियंस लीग आई फील.
वो हो सकता है शायद. But
हाँ.
apart from this point, special mention to Zeko.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
How old is he?
37.
37.
37.
He's 37. He's put a performance like a prime City Dzeko, and I would now definitely want to see a City versus Inter Milan happening uh, in a finale. Although it's
Yeah, fixture है. For a
हाँ
Champions
मतलब
League final.
at
Who
at
would have
at the
who would have predicted this, no?
at
Yeah.
at at the end वो सबको ही पता है कि जो मड्रिड सिटी में से जो जीतने वाला है सेमीफाइनल इवेंचुअली दे आर ओनली गोइंग टू बी द विनर्स मोर लाइकली बट यू नेवर
You
नो
Possible
never
if
know.
एनीथिंग.
Yeah,
City
yeah, yeah.
comes
Yeah,
out, they can still
yeah,
choke like they did against
yeah,
Chelsea.
yeah, you never know anything with the Champions League finals.
This
So
is like that 2019 season, no? कि वो स्पर्स वाला लेग से जो भी जा रहा है तुम्हें पता था कि
Yeah,
वो हारने ही जा रहे हैं करके.
Mm.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
वो लिवरपूल
yeah,
वाला. हाँ.
yes. So basically, वही है. But credits to Inter Milan, they outclassed
Yeah.
a non-working AC Milan side who missed Rafael Leo. I think they were also a bit panicked. They had no clue what to do in the midfield.
Considered early.
They
yeah.
conceded early. Tonali was not at all supporting Grunic in the midfield because he was overrun by Zeko falling between the lines and then Inter midfield pressing both Tonali and Grunic in that side. Salamagasar was not clearly effective in place of Rafael Leo. And once they substituted Messias in that right wing, it was all game and done for Madrid, for Milan,
Milan.
because yeah, he was not at all like clearly effective, not putting in effort. It was clearly seen, and Darmian was like overthrowing himself onto him.
I think in general also I was just looking at their head to head, right? Over the past five
Yeah,
matches.
I was gonna say that only. Yeah.
Inter Milan has been streamrolling
Yeah,
Milan.
so exactly. So I actually before this matchup, I was like wanted AC Milan, but I thought that, and also after Rafael Leo's injury and all, I thought that it would be an easy win for Inter, because if you see last five matches like head to head, was sort of said there was just one 3-2 win by AC Milan, right? But apart from that, Inter has been dominating AC from the last five matches. And this match also, I felt that they came in with straight plan. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. Scored easy two goals, 8th minute, 11th minute, Zeko, Mkhitaryan, and then they were just like chilling at the back. And not, you didn't see that AC Milan coming with that proper mindset also, right?
दिया हुआ ही नहीं
Like,
है यार वो लोग. It's
हाँ,
like you took out Ronaldo from that Madrid team.
मैड्रिड टीम
हाँ.
एग्जैक्टली. तो वो मतलब वो ऐसा भी नहीं, ऐसा है कि अगर नहीं है लेआओ तो इट्स लाइक कि हाँ मतलब ठीक है, मे बी देयर आर वेरी लेस चांसेस, तो अभी क्या ही फाइट करे, वैसा एटीट्यूड मेरे को लगा.
Like
आई
आगे भी you have Giroud, like you don't have a Benzema जो भागता रहता है. He is
करेक्ट,
dependent on service, as simple as it
Yes,
is.
yeah, yeah.
So
करेक्ट,
क्या ही कर
करेक्ट.
both
सकते हैं.
both the wingers did not even provide anything to him, nor did he make sure that by dropping between the lines he provided for somebody. तो वो थोड़ा मिसमैच हो गया था उधर.
Hmm.
एंड ऑल्सो आई थिंक इफ यू सीन द मैच, उनका जो लेफ्ट फुल बैक है DiMarco. I think that and him and Dumfries created hell lot of problems for the back four for Milan. They were
Yeah,
right up
they
front.
were
Yeah,
high up front. Yeah, that's what I mean.
correct.
वही ना, ये वही हुआ जो मैं सिटी मैड्रिड में देख रहा था कि 5v4 नहीं होना चाहिए, वही हो गया, 5v4 हो गया. एंड ट्रांजिशन क्या क्रेजी है इंटर का.
Yeah,
आई हैव
yeah,
नेवर सीन
yeah,
देम प्ले दिस सीजन, तो मेरे को पता नहीं था
Yeah,
व्हाट टू
yeah,
एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम देम. बट या ओके. एनीवे आई थिंक एक्सजी वाइज बोथ फिक्चर्स का ये था कि मैड्रिड सिटी में
one
मैड्रिड
all
का
था.
0.62 xg scored one, Man City 0.62 xg scored one. I
Scored
mean,
one.
it says a lot. I mean, about the overall context of this game. Milan में
yeah.
यार 2.08 Inter scored two and 0.9 they didn't score. अच्छा, apparently had a chance or two to score मतलब Milan.
Right.
No, actually they didn't because they only had two shots on target of the 13 they took, and the first shot on target came on the 81st minute. That says
Okay.
itself about what they're planning to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Right.
what do you think happens in the second leg, Dipesh?
I think even when Leao comes in,
Hmm.
I think
Okay, we can maybe give two situations. One with Leao,
Yeah.
one without Leao.
Yeah.
I think even if he comes in, I think Inter Milan have the upper hand. They have tactically a better team,
Hmm.
better organized team.
Hmm.
So I think Inter Milan have the home fans
Hmm.
playing in the home stadium.
वो भी crazy होगा atmosphere.
I think Inter will win it
Hmm.
with I think
Like,
2-1 or 3-1 something.
I think with Liao 1-1, without Liao 1-0, तो aggregate 3-1 या 3-0 होगा मेरे हिसाब से. Shrenik?
I think with Leo and only if they get in the first goal as quickly as possible. I am suggesting a 2-0 in full time and then eventually intervening in the extra time
Oh,
uh, 3-2 on aggregate the entire
remontada.
thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And without,
Without Leo, it's simple 1-0 or 2-0 to Inter Milan.
yeah. Sahil?
Yeah. I think same as you, Saurabh. With Leao, it will be 1-1. Without Leao, I think it'll be 1-0 or 2-0 to Inter. Because, yeah, they are fair more tactically superior team than AC.
Yeah.
Right now, at least. Yeah.
Okay, I think that was that for the Champions League fixtures. We can maybe finally just touch upon on what's happening in Europa. I think both
Yeah,
games are really close. 1-0, 1-0. 1-0 or
1-0,
1-1,
1-0.
sorry.
1-1, yeah.
Yeah, last
Sorry,
में
yeah.
scored. And Sevilla has that Europa genes, जो Madrid का
yeah.
Madrid इसमें somehow.
Uh,
Where are they in the league?
they were
They're
back in the
third.
relegation, but now they have come up, I guess. I don't know where they are.
I know कि bottom up में कुछ तो है.
They
Chelsea वाला season कुछ हो रहा है
Abhi
उनका.
they have come up.
वो 11th है.
They were 18th or 19th,
Hmm.
something like that.
They are 11th, but they are only 3 points off European spots. So वैसा
It's
scene है.
always this close in La Liga.
Except on the top.
Uh,
Yeah, did you all see the matches? Any of the matches?
Yeah, both of
I
them.
I
haven't seen.
couldn't
I
because
haven't
this
seen
boy,
much.
we share the Sony Live subscription, okay? So I was trying to log in. It said it mentioned कि you cannot see live from two devices. तो मैं बोला कि टू डिवाइस कहाँ से, ये एक देखता रहेगा एक मैं देखूंगा, ये दोनों मैच एक एक फोन में लेके बैठ के देख रहा था भाई घर पे. तो मैं आई मिस दैट मैच. आई सॉ द
अरे
सेकंड
Yeah.
हाफ का एंड दो. सेकंड हाफ में एक मैच
I,
बन गया इसकी. थैंक यू.
I saw both of them on two screens. ऐसे.
wow.
So it was good to see. It was
Xavi
very
versus
bad to
Jose.
see. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good to see that. It was bad to see Juve versus Sevilla in the first half because Juve had literally no intentions of playing that match. If you see the first 20-25 odd minutes,
Okay.
Sevilla dominating the entire game, and although you see there are good players in Juve, it's not like they
Second
have
in the league.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Second in the
not
league.
like they have players with no abilities or no capabilities. You have players like Di
Who is
Maria
the
leading
manager
the
Juve
line.
का अभी? Allegri.
Yeah, Allegri.
Yeah. Allegri only. Yeah.
Negative
तो
football है.
तो वो सही था लेकिन अगेन वो जो टाइप ऑफ game Juventus खेल रहा था first was it was not so good to look, but then eventually they turn around. So I think that happens only if you have a manager like him to give प्रोत्साहन to players कि जाओ करो कुछ तो करके आओ जरा. And this is the home match, not even like
Away.
away match.
Yeah.
And they scored in
अबे
the
तो
last
होगा साहिल को कैसा
blood.
होता है.
They scored in the
Yeah,
bloody
well,
last minute.
Hmm.
They scored in the 90 plus 7 minute, and that is
Yeah.
like they
How
struggled
did
for
they
the
score?
entire
I
match.
didn't even see. Was it a set piece or open play?
I think yeah, it was a set piece.
Okay, okay.
It was set. I frankly don't remember क्योंकि मैं दोनों जगह पे देख रहा था इधर उधर,
Hmm.
and I was more interested in because the way the first half they played, I was more interested to see Roma versus Bayern
Yeah,
Leverkusen.
that was a good
Yeah.
match.
Yeah. Yeah.
रोमा वर्सेस इसका एंड में भाई both teams were knackered. मतलब ऐसा लग
Yes.
रहा था कुछ टैक्टिक्स डाला ही नहीं, बस भाग रहे सब.
हाँ भागो हाँ. It
सब
was
भाग
like
रहे बस.
it was a game in PT period जो खेलते हैं ना बच्चे लोग, जाओ बस बॉल के पीछे भागो सब लोग.
वो समझता है जब एंड में थक जाते हैं ना लोग, उसमें समझता है कि भाई टैक्टिकली नहीं देखा गया है, ये ऐसे है कि
हाँ.
भागो 1-0 हो गया है, फिर सब बचा रहे बस अपने आप को, एक पीछे पड़ रहा है और एक बचा रहा है खुद को, और टिपिकल मोरिनियो गेम था वो.
Carino,
But
yeah.
the initial first half, I think Bayer Leverkusen were more tactically sound.
Yeah.
Position wise, positional play was very good
Hmm.
for their team. I think Xavi Alonso has instilled that thing within them. But
Yeah.
like l- in a European competition, it is all about goal scoring. It's not
Yeah.
about how you position yourself, how tactically sound you are. At the end of the day, वो स्कोर शीट में जो नंबर दिखेगा उसमें ही तुमको फायदा है और वही आगे लेके जाएगा तुमको.
Hmm. Yeah, they had six. No, I mean, ठीक है, they concede when they what minute did they concede? I'm just checking.
They
Uh,
conceded in the 63rd minute.
अच्छा, उसके बावजूद they had about 65% of the ball, मतलब कंट्रोल कर रहे थे वो लोग
हाँ.
majority of the match. You saw
Yes.
both the matches. What do you
yes.
feel?
So expected the like I expected the first match because it was Real Madrid in the Champions League. Oh, sorry, Sevilla in the Europa League. I expected that to happen. Whenever they were not with the ball, they were jumping onto the Juventus players to get the ball.
Okay.
So that was expected for me.
Hmm.
I think Sevilla should, and hopefully, I think they should get a good result in Sevilla, in Seville. In the other match, Bayer Leverkusen were so good on the ball. Obviously, better than Roma.
That was in Rome, right?
Yes, that was
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Rome. I did not expect Jose Mourinho to play something fancy,
Yeah,
but he did the job.
as
So,
always.
yeah. And I think he will have the experience advantage in the second game.
Absolutely.
I think. I'm not sure. Too sure.
Last year only they won the conference, right?
Yeah.
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
So-
man, yeah, trophy magnet he is. To
Trophy
any club.
magnet,
I mean,
true,
Roma
true,
hasn't
true.
won shit in years, in
Yeah.
decades.
Mm.
And he won them the Conference League last year. This time, almost there. I want him to win, just for
Even
him.
I
Yeah.
want
Yeah, just
For
for the
him to be
man.
relevant in world football. I want it.
He's
True, true,
entertaining.
true, true, true.
Yeah.
He comes out in one of the interviews and he's about the Juventus that there were that their points were deducted. He comes out and he says that this was expected. It's Juventus in Italy. That is what he comes out and says.
Where are they in the league? It's Roma?
It's
Third,
the
right?
seventh, sixth
No,
or
no, they are
seventh.
I thought they are
seventh.
third
Yeah.
or something.
No, no,
So
no.
I think it's
Roma is off top four.
Oh no, they are seventh. Acha, they're just still 4 points of Champions League. Okay, for them, winning the Europa is really crucial then.
Hmm.
Sahil, what
Yeah,
do you
I
feel about
think
Sevilla? I think the only game that I saw about Sevilla is the United game, wherein, like he said, it was where they chased and all. So they seem
Exactly.
to be a good team that can do that in one match. मतलब पूरा डाल दो जान वैसे लीग में तो वैसे भी कुछ है नहीं. What do you think about Sevilla?
So Sevilla, as you guys know, United matchup that they had, right? Despite of United playing really bad, that was absolutely one of the factors that helped Sevilla. But during that matchup, also I felt that yeah, Sevilla is that team which chases a lot, which just goes behind the ball and they just want to have that possession and go keep striking the ball as much as they can, right? you wouldn't see much tactics around it. You wouldn't see that okay, they're building from the back, or they are playing that midfield transition or something of that sort. But I think against United, that worked really well because United was not in their correct mindset. They were all over the place, and they took the advantage of that, and they were like, "Chal, let's attack," and they did it. I
Hmm.
think Sevilla in Europa again is like Madrid in Champions League, right?
Hmm.
They just come in with that thing, and they I think against Juventus also. I didn't see both the matches, but whatever I read and whatever I saw the analysis, it was more like Sevilla dominated it thoroughly. Juventus didn't come, as Shenik said, they didn't come with that mindset only ki, okay, we have to go again and again, win the match or something, in spite of having that home advantage. But I really feel that Sevilla is gonna dominate again at home, and probably against Roma they might come up against final. So my other prediction is Roma will come in the final against Leverkusen, and Roma versus Sevilla will be a very good matchup
Yeah,
because you will
historical
be
clubs both.
historical clubs, and you will also have two different tactics, two different set of teams playing football in their own way, like Jose Mourinho, like giving that proper flow to the team, whereas Sevilla coming with all their might and force ki, "Arey, let's go score goals and everything." So that'll be a very good final, I reckon. But
Sevilla
yeah,
versus Roma sounds more interesting than City versus whoever.
exactly. City versus your
Yeah,
Inter Milan.
Sevilla playing in the Europa finals, and
Where is the Champions League final this time? Venue?
Istanbul.
Istanbul. Arey, you don't
Istanbul.
remember Klopp?
Okay.
You don't remember Klopp saying last year, "Arey, book the tickets to Istanbul." Where is that happening?
Ah.
Istanbul. Book the tickets to Istanbul. So I think
And
Shenik
where is
would
the
remember
Europa
it
final?
very
I'm
properly.
sure we wouldn't know.
and
Yeah,
yeah, I was saying Sevilla coming with that Europa League finals mentality, and Roma coming with
Jose
the
Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho finals for a mentality.
Calcutta क्या दिखा रहे?
Oh, it's in Calcutta.
UEFA Europa
Budapest.
League
I
final.
think it's in Budapest, Hungary.
Budapest. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
हाँ
yeah. Puskas
Budapest.
Arena.
Puskas. कुछ भी रैंडम जगह पे करते हुए करो वेम्बली एनफील्ड में करो
अरे मस्त जगह है बुडापेस्ट भी.
हाँ पर
गए
फैंस है क्या फुटबॉल फैंस है
अरे हाँ क्रेजी है
है ना.
उधर का क्लब क्या है
कौन सा
उधर का
कंट्री
क्लब नहीं पता यार, लेकिन यूरोप है यार एट द एंड ऑफ द डे वो.
हाँ
इस्तांबुल आई एम
True,
प्रीटी श्योर क्रेजी होगा वहां के फैंस तो भाई दिवाली हर दिन रहता है उनका
bro.
उनका क्रेजी रहता है बट या
Yeah.
लेट्स होप
Istanbul is the stadium fine though?
आई
Was it
थिंक
not a
आई
trick question?
yeah I don't
वो
know if
जो
it was affected by the earthquake
जो पहले का प्रेडिक्शन है वही है, सेविया वर्सेस रोम, एंड आई आल्सो दिस टाइम वांट रोम टू विन इट
yeah
एंड या
from
किल
Mourinho
द
right
बस. या
yeah I think Mourinho PSG से linked है from what I saw
From yeah,
uh,
same.
I think he can be one person who can set them right but okay
नो,
I
आई
think
थिंक इट इज गुड फॉर हिम टू स्टिक टू क्या
yeah
बोलते
moderate club
हैं,
hmm.
या रोमा.
maybe he won Conference League last year, this year Europa, and next year Champions League.
Champion. Oh,
Yeah,
that'll be
probably that would be like
that'll be
crazy.
mad.
that would be
That'll
typical
be
Mourinho.
typical
That would
Mourinho.
All
that
right,
would
I
be
think
just a
nobody is
Mourinho at the
interested in
best.
Conference League. Let's skip that.
Yeah,
So
please.
West Ham is in the semi-final though, so hoping they go all the way. Some England representation. There is
There's
nothing.
too many Italian clubs, I guess 5 Italian clubs in semifinals,
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 in Europa League, 2 in
Champions League.
Champions League, and 1 in Conference League, Fiorentina.
Yeah. Great stuff. So okay, I think any final thoughts, anyone on Champions League, Europa League? Else we are good to go. All
No,
right,
I
thank you.
think
Yeah, Srini, give us a
no, I think we have given our predictions. Just if
yeah.
anybody
Yeah.
wants to predict the winners, I would be very glad to know.
Winners of
Yeah.
the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think साहिल के हिसाब से Madrid versus इंटर बोला था
Inter.
तो
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Madrid, I'm guessing.
Madrid. Yeah.
So श्रेणिक ने बोला सिटी
City versus
versus
Inter.
Yeah.
श्रेणिक सिटी then I'm guessing.
Yeah, definitely.
You are saying Madrid versus Inter. So Madrid, yeah, I'm guessing.
I think yeah,
इसका
Madrid.
अंदर का बारसा फैन इजीली मान
No,
नहीं पाया.
I think yeah, Madrid. But you,
दुखेगा, दिल
I
दिल
think
दुखेगा.
no. But it is a very big clash. Real Madrid versus Inter Milan. Historically, those two clubs.
दीपेश भी.
But obviously, Real Madrid in the Champions League. Yeah.
I think yeah, I City Madrid में हाँ Madrid आगे मैं चाहता हूँ Madrid तो yeah Madrid and I wouldn't want another new I mean Sahil wouldn't want City to win Champions League and as an
No, no,
Arsenal
no.
I would want us to win the Champions League before any other English
Any
club.
other, yeah.
So but I don't mind yeah for Pep वही सीन है Delhi में I want Pep to be rewarded but let him be rewarded by the FA Cup. रखी तो रहने दो.
Yeah. No, 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 no,
वो
no,
समझा ही नहीं.
no, no.
I think
No,
let
no, no.
let Pep be rewarded by all the three tournament cups.
हाँ Liverpool.
Or what if we go trophyless?
Oh crazy ideal situation. मजा आ जाएगा भाई ट्रॉफी लेस हुआ. Okay, thank you everyone. Great way to
Fabulous,
end it.
fabulous.
Thank you for your time, Shrenik.
Yes.
Thank you for your time, Sahil, and thank you for forcing us to wear good clothes, Dipesh. So thank you for your
Yes.
time. See you in the
See you
next
guys. See
episode.
you.
Bye bye.